Ótima de la jefe. Santo de Dios. Moving like a spiral, like the time a nigga lost religion. Fountained in the matrix with a diamond necklace pendant with it. Studying the brujeria science with the metaphysics. Police stop a nigga, you knew I never paid a ticket. Counterclockwise time was ticking. Wizard, I'm a mathematician. I'm eating wonderfully, feeling like the voucher nigga. I remember rocking French toast, always had some dickies with it. Bullshit that she telling me, no it don't excite a nigga. Words is coming out of mouth, make you wanna fight a nigga. Universal rage aggression, lying at a tiger with it. Switching like it's Nike shorty.
Hey everyone. Welcome to Open Mic Poet Night, sponsored by Elevated Elite Entertainment. My name is Erica Wilder, also known as Blue Running Water, and I will be your hostess this evening. We have so many talented poets, artists, and entertainers here with us this evening, and they're going to share their poetry with us and also recitals from their books. So everybody sit back and enjoy the show. Let's give a warm welcome to Denise Essex. Welcome, Denise.
Okay, awesome. I shared my links in the chat. This is my book, like my screensaver. I don't know if it's showing up with the background, but it's The College Route. It is my debut novella, Black romance, told from the perspective of a young Black man, Rashad, navigating college relationships. And it's available now on Amazon. So please support me. I would love that. The love interest in my book, her name is Nina, and she does poetry. So I was invited by Miss Verona. I did a show with her, and I would love to share the poems Nina writes. And I'm just really want to say I'm really grateful to be in a space with so many creatives because it helps my nerves because y'all are dope. And I was really hoping I didn't go after a rapper. And what did I do?
Oh my gosh, isn't that something?
Anyways, manifestation obviously works. Okay. So this one, it's called A Stranger's Conversation. We had a conversation without exchanging a single word. We shared gazes and long stares that just couldn't be heard. Lost in another world, he had no idea I was someone else's girl, but it was only for this one moment. No one would ever know what we shared, all this information in a long sensual stare. This quick second seemed like a minute, never touched, but it feels like I'm sinning. He was just so, he must have felt it too, because I tried to look away, but he stayed in tune. With the rhythm of my heels, each click made him sick, and every blink made me think he was feeling me. I wonder if anyone else sees what I see. Does anyone else notice Mr. staring at me? Dude, Mr. Player, guy, don't know you from Adam, but I think you fly. This is all bad, or maybe it's all good. Mr. look a little preppy, but I bet he's really hood. Believe me when I say this really was a quick glance on a random day. Probably won't remember each other once we look away, but while I was still engaged, I was engaged to this man. Married to his eyes, he was my number one fan. Off in the distance, the scenery continued to change. Hurried, blurred figures moving kind of strange. Little did I know these images would interrupt my gaze. Back and forth, left and right, headed different ways. I can't blink now. Mr. has more to say. Then our thoughts came to a halt with the sound of someone's horn and them yelling, "Get out the way." Let's see. So the other one I'd like to read is The First Time I Flirted with Poetry. I wrote this from that Brown Sugar movie where they kept saying, "When did you fall in love with hip hop?" The first time I flirted with poetry was the time you put them rhymes in a verse for me. At the time, it was still just a fantasy, but now we courting, me and poetry. Thank God you introduced it to me. Poetry used to be he, now poetry is definitely she. It didn't take very long for it to notice me. Just took me a while to see we were meant to be. Now poetry goes everywhere with me. To work in them streets, follows me to sleep. My talk, it flows to a rhythmic beat. My lyrics hit the page so naturally. And everyone who hears me knows I'm a beast. Can't believe it was the 10th month of '06 when the flow showed interest in me. But once I caught the flow like the flu, I was sick with it, ready and hungry for any chance to spit with it. I used to be boy crazy. Now them boys go crazy. They hating because they realize I'm poetry's first lady. Lacerating hooks. You don't know what to expect. Je m'appelle Denise Essex, BKA Juliet. Loving on this poetry thing. He's my Romeo. Walking it like I talk it, chick with the ill flow. Not trying to boast, but poetry looks good with me. What's ironic is you introduce poetry to her and she is me. That darkness that's blinding you, I was sent to kill it. Throw a fist in the air if the flow you feeling. One thing about my father, he knows his daughter's willing. Give me a mic, a few bars, and the shine I'm still in. My grandpa's mad funny. He told me I still shine even if it wasn't sunny. Is there time for one more? Ish. Yeah, 1, 2,
It's
maybe.
time for
Yeah.
one. It's time. I'm sorry you couldn't hear me. It's time. You got time.
Okay. Thank you guys. I feel the love. I feel the support.
Oh
Thank you.
yeah,
my
you're
gosh.
awesome. This is awesome.
This one is really just I don't know if I can bless with like inappropriate language, but this is just me just talking my ish. Yeah, so there's no title. All I need is a pen and a pad. If a pen and a pad was all that I had, then life would still make sense to me. Symbolically, I paint this pretty little picture of me, but in all actuality, you have no idea what's inside of me. Inspire me. I've been waiting a long time to speak. Afraid to be the real me. Scary Sherry is what they used to call me. I identify with all the lies of the many guys that came in my life with no intentions on making me their wife. I'm gonna say that again. I identify with all the lies of the many guys that came in my life with no intentions on making me their wife. It hurts me to see girls be the opposite of what we should be. I could say that again too. It hurts me to see girls be the opposite of what we should be. Have mercy, because it seems that the bad girls get good men and bad boys hurt good women. Those doing right live a short life. Women trying to do life can't make life. Get it? Married women can't have kids. Wild teens have them by the dozen. It doesn't seem fair, does it? We got our eyes wide shut because we're blinded by the darkness, married to ourselves, wondering where the spark is. We headed back to our future to end a new revolution. We look into the dead folks for a current solution. I'm as light as a rock. I'm as loud as a whisper. The heat from my speech will make a grown man shiver. Pay attention because I makes no extensions. I got an assignment for you when it's due last weekend. When I'm finished with you, I might proclaim it is done. I know I'm not God, but I'm tight with the sun. My life is clear as mud, something you can barely see through. I leave them all wanting more than tell them look out for the sequel. Thank you guys so much.
Wow, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Woo. We'd like to introduce to everyone my first poetry book. It's called Expressions of Blue Running Water, and it can be purchased on Amazon.com. It comes in paperback and also ebook. So make sure you get out, you go on Amazon and get your book.
Santo, adios. Moving like a spiral, like the time a nigga lost religion, fountained in the matrix with a diamond necklace pendant with it. Studying the brujeria science with the metaphysics. Police stop a nigga. You know I never paid a ticket. Counterclockwise time was ticking. Wizard, I'm a mathematician. I'm eating wonderfully, feeling like the voucher nigga. I remember rocking French toast, always had some dickies with it. Bullshit that she telling me. No, it don't excite a nigga. Words is coming out of mouth, make you wanna fight a nigga. Universal rage aggression, lying at a tiger with it. Switching like it's Nike, shorty know I